Have checked out from the hotel and came to the nearby fort just before we leave the town. The weather report says there will be more rain, and also rain where we are going to, so we suited up. And now we're just doing a brief tour at the fort. Well, it's not raining very heavily yet. There have been some interesting statues here of silent howlers, or what were they called? I can't recall. They were most likely made to remember the people either killed in war or prisoners killed here. Didn't see any information about that, but would be logical. Anyways, there are cannons to see here. There is the fort itself, and of course there's a view. Not as great as what we saw yesterday, even though very briefly, but still. So I'll check out the two of the larger cannons, and then I think we'll head on. So we drove about 40 something minutes from Trondheim, or actually the last fort we were in, and now we have reached another fort, which I think is the most northern place we'll go during this trip. And the sign at the entrance said, "Enter at your own risk," if Google translated it correctly. If you're wondering why I'm walking with a helmet on, it's slightly raining, nothing bad, but I don't want to get the helmet wet from the inside, or the head wet, which would make the helmet wet inside, and it would still be very uncomfortable to wear it. So this is the Stockholm Castle, and it was built by the Norway's last archbishop between 1525 to 1532. It served its purpose quite well, and it was quite a modern castle for its time. It was built with 5-meter thick walls to also be effective against cannons, which were quite a new thing at the time. We could not get in, the entrance was locked, but still an interesting sight to see. And now I'm going to take a photo camera and make some pictures of the lake. Not lake, the bay. And then we'll head on to Hell. And that is pretty much a turning point in the whole trip. We're now starting to head back towards Stockholm and Estonia. So half of the trip is done. and most of the sightseeing is done. Here at the Hell Grill, which is unfortunately closed for many hours, and we're not going to wait till we get anything from here. But one thing I have to do. Yeah. Burn in hell. You can't buy advertisement like this. So whoever makes this, I'll take money transfer and cash. So we're in Sweden. Last stop in Norway was a gas station where we warmed ourselves up with a cup of hot chocolate, and first stop in Sweden is a gas station. Unfortunately, there's no open service station here, and we are feeling a bit cold. It is chilly outside, and if you're riding and you get the occasional shower of rain and then your suit is wet, it cools you down quite a bit. So the map showed there's some sort of restaurant right around the corner, so we'll walk there and see if we can get a cup of tea or something to warm ourselves up and then plow on. We haven't made any stops for sightseeing either, because not much to see besides rain and clouds, and even the clouds are grey and nothing beautiful. Anyways, let's see how the search for a hot tea goes. So we warmed up with a big kettle of tea. We just asked for a tea and they brought us a whole kettle. So yeah, Scandinavian people know what cold means. And now we're going to fight the rain again, and hopefully in less than 2 hours we'll be at our next accommodation, and hopefully tomorrow the weather will be better. I am happy to report that we have arrived to our camping. Apparently I booked a camping it was so long ago I didn't quite recall what did I book where. Motels, hotels, campings. I just booked what I got what was available, and that was half a year ago. So yeah, anyway, we have camping today, but I'm happy to report that we have heat in here and we can dry all our gloves and scarves and all that got wet, and actually some water got into my boots. I'm not quite sure if it came from the top down, from the rain suit, or if my boots are actually leaking. It came from like above the ankle, so it's not very logical place for boot to be leaking from because there's no seams there. So I'm hoping it was just some water that went down from the raincoat. Other than that, I was dry, just very chilly. And now we have lots of time to spend. The weather isn't much better. It's not raining as heavy as it was during the ride, but it's still raining a bit. Oh yes, the cabin looks something like that. That's the neighboring cabin from our window. And yeah, we have heat, we have even TV and power and all you can want. So we'll be ready for tomorrow. And actually, the weather report is generous about tomorrow. The temperature is going to stay the same, but the rain should stop by tomorrow. So thumbs up and fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best.